Hello, y'all.
What is good, family?
What's up?
What is up?
Come on in the room. We are super excited. Listen, you are tuned in to the #1 podcast on earth, the #1 relationship podcast, the #1 marriage podcast, all of your dating questions podcast, dopest black couple, Christian couple, kingdom couple.
Keep it coming.
Okay, keep it rolling. The realest couple, the rawest couple, all the things.
Straight up.
We're excited to
What
be back.
is good, man? Y'all are tapped in with us live right now. We got Facebook, we got Instagram. I'm not Instagram, but also YouTube. Actually, I'm about to share this on the Facebook right now.
Okay, period.
So people know this on my regular page.
We are excited to be back,
y'all.
What
is up with y'all, man?
We missed last week. Going live,
and
we
didn't lose our wager, so make sure.
That's what I'm about to say.
Yeah,
we made a wager that if one of our subscribers called us out for missing a live, you would get $100. What?
No, miss a
live.
Like, no, from
a live video, going live.
No.
We didn't do that.
No, because then we lost the wager.
Oh, I mean a video. Yes, you're right. I'm sorry. Dropping a video, you would get $100. You're right. And so we had two people like, where
our money at?
And we was like, no, not if we go live. If we don't drop something at least once a week, then we'll pay y'all. So we did drop.
We dropped
some
video.
Make
sure that
we're gonna
make sure that we're gonna stay consistent.
Listen, if I gotta record a vlog of doing my hair, I'm gonna drop a video.
Let me tell you. Hold on one second. I'm about to double check.
Go ahead, baby. I can talk to them.
Yeah, okay. I want to make sure we in there. Okay, good. I got to knock that off there. All right, good. What is up with y'all, man? I want to hear y'all from in the chat. I want to know, where are you watching from? What's your city? What's your state, man? Rep it right now in the comments. Where you at?
First of all, look at this white becoming t-shirts.
This one, just a tad bit.
Baby, don't.
Yeah, that's good.
Dang, you can't see it.
I can't really see it, baby. It's okay.
It's so fresh. This is our first time seeing the white version.
Yeah.
Y'all know we sold out of the black becoming t-shirts twice, back to back.
Yeah.
But this is have we been having white, or we just added?
No, we've been having white. Haven't worn it.
Yeah. So like since back.
No. We didn't have white back then.
But now.
Yeah.
We got so this is our first time seeing it, and it's so fresh. Y'all make sure y'all go pick that up at rdlove.shop.
rdlove.shop. Y'all make sure that y'all do that. I'll put that right here for the new merch. Make sure y'all do that, man. So, hey, first off, let's go ahead and do it right now, babe. Introduce right now. So,
my name is Tekeishia.
And my name is Namdi. And you are Pillow Talking with the Iwegbus. Episode 41. What is up?
Wait a minute. You said you made the thumbnail for this. I think I had the thumbnails made up until 41.
Didn't. At least you didn't have it shared in our folder. You didn't have it in there. No, you didn't. Hey, listen, as y'all flowing in, if you see the numbers is going up here. So as y'all are coming in, whether you're on Facebook Live or whether you're on YouTube Live, please let us know, where are you watching from, man? I want to know, because I look at some of these numbers sometimes, man. I be like, dang, we heavy in some areas that's not, Atlanta's heavy, but some other cities that I never even thought of. So I just want to know, survey the crowd. Where are you watching from? Let us know, man. Let us know, how are you doing today? All right, please let us know in the chat, how are you doing today? Let us definitely gauge the room, the temperature of the room and all. So
yeah,
what's the word? First, I want to check in with you, babe. While we kind of wait and look at things, what's been going on with you here?
Yeah,
you got something to talk to them about?
Always.
Okay.
I feel like something that's always happening in my life. It's never a dull moment.
It's never a dull
especially
moment.
Because we are just so aggressively going after our higher selves.
Yeah.
But first and foremost, you know what? I was saying that this was my first event, but it's definitely not. It's not my first like live event type of situation, because I don't know if you remember, I did it back in Kansas City with Shalante and Ashley. I did a live event. Do you remember they came to the house?
Yeah, I remember that.
And we had like 1,000 views in one day.
Yeah,
it was
really good.
So
it was
crazy. And then I did another one with Shalante and Nika. Do you remember that?
Yeah, somewhat.
Yeah,
Yep.
like they liked it so much. So it's not my first time, but I am having the first Ladies of Light experience.
Yeah.
Have I announced it on
I don't think so.
here? I don't think I have.
But yeah, so for all of you watching right now on YouTube, y'all can check out the link in the bio in the descriptions. But go ahead and tell them a little bit more.
I have been mentoring and coaching a group of ladies. It's almost about 160 women in the chat. For about 2 months now. It started off over that now, but I started a group of women that was a book club. And honestly, to be honest, I think I just was overthinking and had a fear of like fully launching this thing and stepping into it, just wanting to know, like, sometimes on YouTube and just as an influencer and a content creator, all of that, like likes don't actually convert to numbers, like showing up in the room. And so I really wanted to know, like, do women really want to grow, and not just grow, but like grow in their femininity, grow in marriage, grow in their womanhood, according to God's word. And man, through me, with meeting with these ladies every single Monday for over 2 months now, it's been mind blowing. The testimonies, the conversations, the things that they're sharing, the growth within these ladies. And so I decided to officially do my first event through this group. And it is called the Ladies of Light Experience. Yes. Can we share the screen and show the flyer? Is it on there?
You got the flyer on here?
It should be within my my phone right there.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's not on there.
I can look on here right now.
Yeah, you can look. Yeah, so
it
should be on there.
You see right here.
Yeah, May 6th.
Here.
Okay, so I decided to move forward with making this event, and literally the moment that I found out what the name of this group would be, the Lord dropped these two women in my heart, in my spirit. We've been working on this event for so long, and they have been so patient with me. And man, we got Rosa, who is just a fire woman of God.
Rosa,
fire woman of God. I met Rosa through the church that we went to, 2819, and she was just incredibly cool. Like, she's like a cool woman, just down to earth, super chill, but absolutely a weight. Like, she is a heavy stepper. And then y'all know Portia Love, CHH artist, but she's so much more. And I just can't wait for them to see the side that I don't think she displays enough.
Yeah,
Portia has a whole nother side to her outside of Christian hip hop. And I think the thing that I'm like, now that I'm experiencing growth that comes from being around heavy stepping women, I want that for every woman.
Yeah.
And I feel like that is why I always had difficulty with like sisterhood and past places and churches and things, is because I needed like heavy steppers. And these two women are literally the epitome of confidence. Like when, like, everybody's in their own lane and they're all powerful and they're all gifted. And these are baddies on top of it. Like, they're gorgeous. And I'm just so grateful. Like, there's so much growth that has happened since I've been connected to these women. And I just want to encourage women to the Ladies of Light. If y'all in the building, I need y'all to drop a comment.
Come on, Ladies of Light. Let us know y'all here.
I want y'all to know what it means to really be connected to God-fearing women, what that really looks like when you are around women that aren't insecure. They want you to shine. They want to celebrate you. They want to see you go further. They got resources, man. And this is my last thing I'm gonna say about this.
Good.
When I came to Atlanta, Portia, that girl, hey, TK,
love
the reason why we got the reach record. I mean, was it that one too? It was something. So many things that Portia has just vouched for us. Like, y'all need to get the Iwegbus. Y'all need to get TK. TK does that. Like, she just has opened up so many different doors, so many resources. She's just not a stingy person.
Come on.
Rosa is a hidden gem. Y'all need to know about her. Yeah. But yeah, I'm just overwhelmed with how God has blessed me with these two women. Like, personally, I know them. Personally, I love them. They are my friends, but they are so much more than that. And so, yeah, Ladies of Light, y'all can register at Coach Steve.
So right now, Ladies of Light, y'all can register. It's in the description box if you're watching right now on YouTube. It's not on Facebook right now because Facebook already gonna slow us down. And I knew putting the link on there would even slow it down even further. So go ahead, make sure if you follow TK on Instagram, go to her bio, make sure that you register. It's a free event. It's gonna be so powerful. I'm so proud of you and just what you've already done with the group every single Monday, staying consistent and really pouring into them. And I hear so many different victories from just that alone. So if you're a lady and you're watching this, you have to be in the virtual room.
For real.
It makes no sense. It's a Zoom. You don't have to leave the comfort of your home. Get your notepad ready. And I believe that this is going to be such a transformative event. Yeah. So you want to make sure that you're there. So listen, the link is in the YouTube description. But again, if you're on Facebook, make sure that you go to the bio for you.
Yeah, that's it. And and lastly, I want to shout out Bombshell Eyebrows here in ATL.
Bombshell.
That's Susan. She me and her collabed and partnered here. What was that? Last week, actually, last Wednesday, I ended up getting a permanent procedure done. I put on Instagram, I said, what procedure y'all think I'm getting done? Everybody was like BBL, breast. Wow. I was like, dang, wait. First of all, first of all, don't play me.
They said you in Atlanta now. We know what you're doing.
We know you about to get a BBL. No, but I ended up getting my eyebrows permanently done. And oh my gosh, what a divine experience. She was so sweet. She's just looking at her. I was like, oh, I'm in good hands. She's literally in person. She looks like a walking filter. Like her face is flawed. Because that's what she does. Like she does all of like is it esthetician?
Esthetician work?
Is esthetician skin? I don't know. I think that's what it is. But anywho, we collabed. She reached out to me and I was like, girl, yes. I looked at her work and it was bomb. So y'all make sure if y'all are in the Atlanta area, y'all make sure y'all go see her. That's Bombshell Brows. I think that's how you say it. But just a sweetheart, super professional. I think that's probably the most professional experience I've had here in Atlanta. On time, knows her stuff, licensed, just like, shoot, getting my eyebrows done for an hour. She just was like carving them out, like making sure they were perfect. And she was squatting down, turning my head. I was like, oh yeah, this about to be right. So yeah, y'all make sure y'all go check her out. But that's it.
Go ahead and tell them to come on over.
Okay. Come over to YouTube. Y'all know where to go. It's right there at the Iwegbus. But yeah, that's it for me this week.
Yeah.
What about you, babe?
Man, it's been eventful. I won't go into too much details. I will talk about last week because we weren't here and I was on a business. I was on a business trip and it was an experience. Transformative. I had a good brother that I met through Made Men.
Okay, you about to talk about this?
Oh, I'm not going to tell them all the extra detail.
No, I didn't know. I didn't know where he was going. I was like, oh, okay.
I'm not going to give them too much. Yeah, we got more stories down the line that we want to bring it all together. But I just really want to talk about the experience of getting in the right rooms, getting in the right communities and stuff like that, baby. So there's something about that. I met a brother through Made Men. We really connected. And you know, like how it's typically like sometimes when you meet somebody, it's like, I feel like I've been knowing them for years. Like, did we already know each other? That's how I kind of feel with bro. And so we connected, we collabed just on some business stuff. We really had some likeness in those areas. And yeah, went out of town with him and just checked out some business moves that he got going on. And I'm just telling you, it's something about being in the room. A room can just change your whole life. I've heard it before. I've heard it from Neo. I've heard it from Shans and Donnie Wiggins and all these other people that I've watched before. They talk about get in the room. And I was in a room and I felt like a fly on the wall. And I was just like, what? Hold up. We talking conversations that I've never even thought of.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, these dudes are, they're working smarter, not harder. It was just some different things about it that I can't share right at this moment. But it was transformative in a way. And I'm very grateful for that brother for inviting me out there and us being out there together because, man, again, that room, I feel like is changed my life.
Yeah,
I believe that's what's coming with being in that room has done.
Yeah, I feel like you came back with your chest poked out.
I came back like, all right, I'm ready to step it up another level.
Yeah.
Like this, what I've been thinking, like it's something about getting in a room that could just change your mental. My whole mental is just like, what? I'm thinking like here, they thinking like here. They're saying certain things very casual, certain numbers, just very casual. And I was just like, hold up, man. Hold on. And so I'm rebuking the imposters. Like, hold on, man. Hold on.
Yes.
I believe, I belong here. And this is one of the things I want you to take as a key from this, people. When you get into a room that is an environment that you're not used to, that you're not the biggest fish in that pond there. Okay. Because most people never step into those type of rooms because they want to be the biggest fish in the pond. That's the reason why they don't want to step out just a little bit from where they're, the big dog. And so stepping in there, I was the little dog. And again, just seeing them was like, okay, I had to fight it off. Like, hold up, no, I'm supposed to be here. Let's see what's up. Okay. And just, yeah, I can't, I'm a little choppy on it because I'm just trying not to share too much because it's going to be something that I feel like God is going to give me a testimony to bless you guys with in the future, but life changing. That's all I can say. And then I came back and something this week I'm not going to share details on also was just like, okay, God, you hear us for real. And you gonna do it your way and your time and versus ours. And that's just another testament that God hears our prayers and he's really has favor upon us. So I'm excited. And if I told y'all everything, y'all be like, why are you excited? Because that
don't make sense.
It don't make sense.
Yeah.
It does not make sense. But I'm like, when you can really tell that like the Lord is listening to your prayers and he's moving and he's shifting some things, even though it may not look the way that you wanted to plan it out, you get excited because you're like, okay, we're on the edge of something. Like something's about to happen big. So yeah, that's all week as far as things goes, and it's been a blessing. So hey, I want to check in with them real quick, babe, and see where are you watching from?
Share this.
Where's that? You can't share it on your stuff?
I can't get into the live. It's like I'm just looking at the outside. But go ahead. You can read theirs. It's
okay.
Fine, baby.
All right. So let's see here.
Oh, this is yesterday.
Rosie said, hey, y'all. What up, Rosie? Okay. What up? We missed y'all last week. By the way, I'm down to be y'all's moderator when you need. Whoa, what? Hold on, man. Come
praise the Lord.
Josh. Hey, you know what I'm saying?
Come on, Josh.
Josh, you already gave me something else. We gotta rap. DM me, bro. We gotta rap because
yes, we are. Yeah, because
I got something else to we're gonna rap a little bit more. So yeah, hey man, we definitely appreciate because we was just talking about a moderator, and that's crazy. So yeah, we'll definitely talk about that here. All right, somebody said Beauty Love said I made it over here. She from Peoria, Illinois. What up? Illinois is in the house. So is that more like close to Chicago, Illinois, or is that more close to like St. Louis, Illinois? You let me know in there, Beauty Love. Let's see. This will be my first time joining the event, and I cannot wait. Rosie, I think she must be talking about the Ladies of Light event.
Yeah.
All right. They can't wait for the event.
It's about to be a time, sis. Let me tell you something about me. I want to put on a show. Anything I do, I want it to be different. This is not just y'all gonna be watching people talk. Like I'm really trying to everything I do. I feel like I was so loud when I was up on it.
Yeah, you don't need to be right up on it, but it was like back here.
You're right.
Just a little bit more. Not too close, but like right there is good, probably. Yep.
Yeah, I feel like I just always want to do stuff different. So you're in for a treat.
Yeah, I think you definitely are. Hey, what up? Kenya is in the house. My God.
Come on, please.
Moses. Definitely a supporter there, man. Appreciate you.
Yes.
Ladies of Light from the DMV. Okay. What?
In the building, Ladies of Light. You know we keep it real.
All right.
You wasn't gonna let me rap?
Oh, I'm sorry, babe. First off,
wow.
Can I be hopefully real pillow talkers know me and they know that I'm not the best multitasker. Y'all pray for me. So whenever I'm looking at this, I can't hear her.
Literally.
It's like
at all.
When I'm in on something, I'm there and I don't know. I can't hear nothing. I can't see nothing else, man. So the DMV. All right. Yes. Members of Change Church. We definitely are, man. We love Change Church. Has been a blessing to us.
So that's you're seeing Facebook and YouTube comments all at once. Yes. Oh, I did not know that. Well, I can get out of here then.
Yeah. Okay. Tanisha from Michigan. All right. So Beauty Love said that she's 2 hours away from Chicago. Richard Pryor is from here. Okay, Richard Pryor and Annie Malone. I don't know who Annie Malone. Hopefully it ain't bad, like it's somebody from Black History or something. But I'm not, you know what I'm saying? All love South Carolina. Hey, I just came back from the Carolinas, so South Carolina's in the house, and Little Rock is in the house as well. I used to go to Little Rock when I was a kid, and went to somebody's place who had a garden. I used to eat these things called butter beans.
Fire. Oh, butter beans are fire.
Oh, yeah. Okay, you had it? Like I'm talking about fresh from the garden butter beans.
Yeah, I don't know about fresh from the garden, but butter beans are fire. My daddy.
I won't ever forget that as a kid. Hey, so listen, we are about to get into our topics here for tonight. At any point during this time, man, if something blesses y'all, man, please feel free. If you're I don't know, Facebook has something, but I know on YouTube, if you feel prompted to, hey, feel free to drop us a super chat there. We definitely appreciate any of those seeds that are sown into us. As we go through, man, we believe that tonight will bless you in some form, in some way. Are you wearing the hat right now? You see?
Yeah.
You want to keep it on?
Yeah, I meant to put it on. I was like, what happened? Why didn't I have this on?
Okay, I want to make sure I can see your eyes, baby.
Oh, can you not? I don't like wearing my hats up.
I think, yeah, that's better. I was about to say, I can't see your eyes.
I like kind of being thugged out about it. You know what I'm saying?
Out, all right.
Giving kind of like sexy Aaliyah type of vibe. Right, but this is our Holy Girl era. Does it say Holy Girl or is it Sanctified Betty?
That's
is this Holy Girl?
That's Holy Girl.
Yep. Okay, this is the Holy Girl era hat. Holy Girl era polo. I don't know if you can see this. I love this. Girl, pair with a cute little skirt and some cute little heels. It's a wrap. Okay. It's definitely dope. I love this vibe.
Yeah, I love the Holy Girl era, the stuff that you created. Line, the whole line is amazing, from the cup all the way to the hat, the shirts. Amazing. So y'all definitely got to check that out. I'll put that down below. Talk to them real quick as I get this video.
Yes. So just so many great things are happening. And when we say great things, we mean God is making all things work together for our good. We be coming on here and things be going, what I was about to say is the word hooray. I don't know, like just haywire. It's like everywhere. But it is like kingdom chaos, like moving things out of the way that needs to get moved. And we've just been challenged. I feel like this whole year we've been challenged in our character, in our being, and mainly in our faith. Like, do you really believe God for what you're praying for? And the things that have been happening just really within these 2 weeks has been really bizarre. Really? It's been really strange.
The email we got the other day.
Crazy.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Big. I can't even talk about it. So, yeah, we're so happy about that. That's really happy. We just got it, so we don't just leave y'all clear. We got invited to be in a room, and we're just super happy about being able to be in this room with such an influential person.
Okay,
so that's about it. What happened?
Yeah, don't tell too much.
I ain't gonna tell them too much, but it's just yeah. It's a blessing.
Yeah, God is moving.
God is definitely moving. Well, hey, let's get into this first one, man. Again, drop us while we're doing this. Drop us something in the comments, all those things. You feel led, do the super chats, whatever it is. We want some interaction in the chats as we go through this subject. So let's get right into it. This is an Iwegbu production.
Period.
So recently I was going through some of these Instagram streets as usual, and I came up on this clip from Revolt TV. Had our guy Da Vinci, who is from, if you ever watched BMF, he's one of the actors in there, and he said something that I thought needed to be spotlighted. I said that this actually needs to be viral. I want you guys to hear this. Hold on one moment.
This country, you guys baby the shit out of grown men and women, which is insanity. It is this concept in America that it's like, you guys are telling people that, oh, he's in his 20s, he's a kid. It's like, no, you're not. Like, you're giving a person an excuse. So I just want to say, when you're in your teenage years, take that serious. A lot of us think, oh, we're so young, we could just do whatever. Like, people think their 20s is to waste them. I played my cards right in my 20s, and I'm still in my 20s, and now my parents are retired. God don't give you years to waste, otherwise you wouldn't have them. So this idea, this YOLO, you only live once, and like, yeah, keep doing that. And when you're 50 and Social Security is ran out and all that stuff, it's like you're gonna start looking back and you're like, damn, I wish someone told me. So I definitely want to tell people who's watching, like, don't waste your younger years. Stop the notion of I'm so young and I have so much time. You don't know what could happen to you tomorrow. And just take your life serious because you have generations that's depending on it.
Man, listen, I thought that was such a profound statement to make. So big, and I wanted to bring this to our pillow talking community. It's not necessarily narrowed in on the relationship part, but it does play some factors in, and just hear me out on this. As one thing that I've noticed is generations continue to get younger, and they're younger in basically in character. So right now, I feel like 30 is like the new 20, 40 is like the new 30, and people are just growing up slow. And I like people are just maturing very slow. And as the generations get, go further, it gets worse and worse. Like, I believe we were a little bit more spoiled than my mom's generation that was before us, and so on and so forth. And we continue to see this trickling effect that happens, that it's like, you know what, I'm young, so who cares necessarily what I do in my younger years. And I wanted to bring this up because a lot of our crowd that looks at our videos, and I was looking at the demographics, around 25 to that 34 area. And I just remember being in my 20s, and I believe I took it more serious than what most people did. But because I didn't realize some of my traumas, we didn't have as much YouTube, we didn't have as much social media as we have right now. I tried to fill up a lot of my areas of insecurities, things that needed to really be dealt with dealing with women. And I see this now played out a lot of times by brothers in their 20s. They want to hit the club still. They want to still pop the bottles. They still want to play back and forth with women. And about time you hit your 30s, you didn't just graduated and built you an agency of baby mamas or some other type of issues that you've gotten. You got a whole bunch of baggage that you've gotten through that time. And I just believe that it's one of those areas of time that's so important, but we just overlook it. We just kind of coast through. You hear it in the music about just, like you say, YOLO, just you young, you through your 20s, you're supposed to be making a bunch of mistakes, which you will. But I believe that so much information is at your fingertips now that you should be better than the generations ahead of you. It's a proverb that says that, like, wise man learns from the mistakes of others.
Yeah.
A fool has to learn from his own, man. And I think that's big. And it's what he's talking about here. It's like, listen, you can go through your 20s, wild out, mess with as many women as you want to, ladies sleep with as many men. I see now so many, I can't even believe it that, I see so many women now acting like dudes sometimes, like how dudes used to be. They like smashing and leaving, and it's promoted in music with some of these female artists when it comes to it. And so I wanted to broadcast this because I believe that this is the first time I've seen somebody in their 20s say, hey, listen, pause, y'all. I'm in my 20s and I just retired my mom. What?
Crazy.
He said, I retired. I'm not even 30 yet. And he's on a hit TV show. I can bet you his time is not consumed with women.
Yeah.
I can bet you that. I wish somebody would have shook me or something. Probably need to slap me and say, dude, break it. Like, hey, listen, you need to go to therapy. You need to go get some stuff. I can tell you missing some stuff there. You need to go get this stuff taken care of, because again, I look back at some of these lessons. I try to give it here because, man, some of that time was valuable time that was wasted, and it made 30s harder. Yeah. And it's one of the things I believe one of my mentors says is that, if you do the thing that's easy now, then life will be harder later. If you do the thing that's hard now, then life will be easy later. Yeah. And so that's a message to somebody in their 20s. And so one of the things, I'm gonna give you just a few steps in what I think you should be doing if you in your teens and your 20s. And I believe that I'm really good at dealing with this particular group of people because this time is so consequential and they don't even realize it.
Yeah.
Like I'm seeing, babe, young, early 20s people, 20, 21, like doing nothing. I'm talking about not really going into careers. If they're not going to college, they just chilling, playing video games, or chilling with their friends, drinking and doing a bunch of nothing. I was like, dang, at 18, I was working with grown-ups and people aren't really moving. But I think there's some things that you could do in your 20s that could really help you take off into your 30s. Number one, get your faith right. Get your faith right, man. Lock in with Jesus, man. If you choose his ways now, it may be so tough, but it will be a blessing later. When I look at some of the people that I now take notes from, these are people that aren't really, to be honest with you, that older than me. Yeah. They're around my age, but they're at least a decade ahead of progress than me. Why? Because typically they were already locked in with the Lord early. They got into a community. They was having Bible study and playing ball with brothers. They was doing all of those things while I was with the next chick and I was trying to go to the next club. That's what they were doing. Mm-hmm. And so they did those things. So I think number one, and this is really big, like I said, get your faith right. Number two, find your calling, what it is that you truly want to do. I think that a lot of times within the 20s, we go through nothing jobs. They have nothing to do with the purpose that God is truly calling us to. We don't, if I knew about personality tests, like the DISC assessment and all that could have really let me know, okay, these are your strengths, working your strengths, stay away from your weaknesses and things. It could have put me so much further along. And so I believe that you need to figure that out. I think a great book that can help you find your calling is Your Purpose is Calling by Dr. Darius. Really, really good book. I'm like, this is major. If you can go through that book and read it, he has some practical steps that can help you find your purpose and calling there. And also get someone to build with in your 20s. So I would say if you can, early 20s would be great to find your person for the rest of your life.
They probably said, sir, we wish.
Oh yeah, I wish. That's very rare. But I think it'd be great and ideal, maybe mid to late 20s, to really find that person who you want to live the rest of your life with and do life with in partnership, that they match up with whatever it is that God is calling you to do. Again, one of the things that I looked at, and I just studied patterns because I've been big at looking at my own patterns and what could I have done better? And I've also looked at what are guys that are ahead? What did they do right? A lot of them got married in their early to mid 20s. They locked it down with her. So that's out the way. Now I can work on building the business. Now I can work on the music career. Now I can go and do all these other things. I don't have to worry about relationships. Now I'm going to have to worry about keeping my marriage together. That's something to learn through. About time you hit your late 30s or something, y'all thriving. The business is built. All those things are, in full force at that time. So if you can find your person now, stay out of these streets, man. Stay out of it. I believe that, you can really be blessed there. And again, in your 30s, 40s, 50s and all that, because you don't have to play so much of catch up. So I think this was a big time, a great statement by Da Vinci. What you think about this, babe?
Yeah, this made me think about two different sides of like him basically saying, pay attention to your life. There isn't a time that you should start caring. You should just care about how you're moving. And of course, for singles, we always tell y'all like, yes, lock in with the Lord. And it's a beautiful thing to be married because, I think about something that my mom would say, like when girls were like, it's like almost girls that are like in heat, like there's like this irritation and agitation, and then they get married and they calm down. But like before they get married, they're like, man, I just want to get married. I just want a man. I just want TK, you married. Like I'm trying to get, like they have like this super like, then they get married and they settle down. And it's like, that's really a thing when you don't have to worry about seeking a partner and you can just fully, dive into your freaking calling. It's a beautiful thing. And so we're going to talk until we're blue in the face when it comes to, if y'all are young, I know a lot of y'all are older and I'm gonna speak to y'all too, but if you are young watching this, like, man, there is no greater time than now to work on yourself. Like, even though I got married really young, I got married when I was 22. People people like try to make it seem like they want to go and figure themselves out and then get married. And it's like, why y'all figuring yourselves out? Diseases, baby mamas, baby daddies, heartbreak. And you can just be a really different person than who God created you to be by the time you do get married. And so your mind isn't even right. So first of all, I want to say to the young people, like, look at us, look at the mistakes, look at what we're fighting through, just to, like, some things we just shouldn't even be fighting through, but we're fighting through it because of sin. We're fighting through it because we didn't pay attention to certain, just bad decisions that we were making. But those who are married, I want to speak to a different aspect of this is like waiting. Step into purpose. I see so many married people who are just working 9 to 5. Like, so many people I think look up to us because we do this together, and it's like, y'all can too. Like, you can get on your Zoom, you can teach the classes together, you can have the Bible study in your home. It is such a beautiful thing to have two people who love each other, who like each other, and are doing kingdom work. So even if you got the man, if you got the woman, are you in purpose? Are you going to the classes? Are you getting in the room? Are you and your husband studying together late at night? Like, things that we work on webs. Namdi's in the room working on the website. I'm over here making the videos. He's, every day just working toward kingdom things, because I just feel like there's just nothing better than fulfillment. There's nothing better than laying your head down and be like, I gave not just my all to paying somebody's bills, but to setting someone free mentally, changing someone's perspective. And so Namdi shared this thing, I guess he was, I can't even speak about it. You shared this video with me that you watched last night, and it was talking about you told me, like, whenever you want to be lazy or whenever you want to quit, like, think about and press through. And he shared this. He was so enthused by it. I'm like, sir, in my mind, I'm like, that's literally my life. Like, my life is getting back at the enemy. Every moment of peace that was stolen from me, every moment of joy that was stolen from me, every heartbreak, disappointment of relationships, that's the fuel that I thrive off of to go and become the best version of myself. And so whatever you need to fuel you, if that's your kids, I mean, it should be your kids. You should want to do more than work a job. You should, like, everyone is going after being an entrepreneur, but it's not just being an entrepreneur. It's being free. It's being able to have options that you can present for your kids. And so, yes, take life serious. Yes, this is Namdi's subject more because he works with older people. So people are always, reaching the end of life on his end. But because I feel like I was on the end of not taking life as serious as well, just like, using my gifts here and there, but we putting the foot on the gas this year.
Yeah, you can't get none of the time back.
Yeah,
it's gonna happen. Like, 5 years gonna go by regardless. You might as well, if it's something that you was thinking about, you might as well start the podcast. You might as well go and go into that program. If you still in the schooling thing, you wanted to be a doctor, you might as well. The years are going to happen regardless.
Yeah,
you will look up and it will happen. And I'm maybe not the hero as much in our story. I kind of talk about what I see that we could have done, or I could have did better in some instances. And so I tell people, like, I have a passion. Like you said, you get fired up about what the enemy took from you. Like how he confused you and blinded you with euphoric fog of women and all this other type of stuff. And it's like, now I got it now, man. The Lord, because my situation isn't as bad as what it should have been. Real talk. God's grace is so sufficient. When I look at it, I got a life that's way better than I deserve. And I'm like, dude, I could have been paying that per month. I could have been doing this. And it's looked like God kept me through that. And it's like, okay, Lord, your grace has found me. Let me at least go back and alert my people. I got to go and alert. So it's like, you may hear some of these things. And like you said, we're going to talk till we blue in the face. Like, no, I don't want you to waste this time. I was just talking to somebody in their early 20s who I was mentoring. I'm just like, man, listen, whatever, like that hurdle that you're on right now, come on, let's go. We got to get past that.
That's why you got to get around people that are doing something and they have a testimony of the other side. and also to see the people that don't have the testimony of the side. Look at your uncle them that didn't do nothing with their life. If you keep going in the direction that you're going, that's where you're gonna end up. And so yeah, I think what keeps me honestly is just knowing that God has such a calling on my life, and I want to see him and he be like, you did your big one on earth. Like you really did that.
Yeah. So man, hey, I want to know, what do y'all think about this situation? What do y'all think about this clip that we shared? Do you think like, hey, people are just taking life lightly now? Could these people in their early 20s, and so could they actually be on it a little bit more? We want to know in the comments below. This is an Iwegbu production.
Period.
All right, let's look here in the comments. What is good? All right, we got another. Is that another? Probably not. Somebody from already did the little rock there. Good evening there, Tanya. All
Good
right.
evening.
Yes, they said I agree. Said I got married. So said I got married at 24, and my family believed I was too young.
That's crazy.
Too young to get married at 24. See, I think that might come. Well, I'm not don't know the situation, but I've heard people say things like that, and typically, and I don't know this, but it comes from regret that maybe they got married too young, too early, and they like, girl, and I don't know if that's the person's thing. I'm just, again, grabbing something out the air because I have seen this in some situations where people would try to discourage somebody from getting married because maybe they got married too young and they feel like they missed out on something. People that's even been saved feel like they missed out on the world. Yeah. It's like, dog, you didn't miss out on nothing but with some regrets, some consequences. Like, dog, you was with somebody, you had them. What did you want to go do? You want to go create a testimony? It's like, nah. I think 24, if it's a well thought out selection and y'all definitely match up in all the right areas, meet non-negotiables, all that stuff, I think that's a great age. Actually. I think
it's a bomb age.
I got brothers right now that when I was in their marriage, when in their wedding, when they was 24, and they're still married. They're in the teens of years right now. Period. So I think that's a great age, man. I have to disagree with them on that.
They would have thought I was a baby then.
Yeah. So she said they got married. She said they got married at 24 too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And it might have been, and I'm not saying this situation, but might have been some regret there. Like, dang, I wish I would have did whatever. And I think you need to wait till you like 30. And it's just like, you wait till you 30, and kind of like what Kevin Samuel said, if you're a woman, that value start to go down. Yeah. The closer you get to the 40s and all.
Well, I wouldn't say value.
Not value, but just I don't know. Yeah. You know how to explain it better than me. I end up saying something, the ladies be mad at me.
No, go ahead. I don't know how you think. I've been waiting for y'all to know Namdi. I've been waiting for y'all to know Namdi in a real way.
Is it bad?
Because Namdi be releasing the clips where I'm talking crazy, but he don't want to release nothing. Y'all don't even know how y'all don't know how Namdi really think. And I'll be go ahead and tell him what you think about that.
What?
Go ahead and tell him. Tell him what you just said. I ain't repeating.
No, it was the stuff that you told me that Kevin Samuel said that I agreed with.
I'm not repeating that on this channel.
Okay. It was something that you told me he said.
Yeah, and you agree with it.
I definitely agree with it.
That's
in a way, and not the way he put it though. See,
all I'm letting y'all know is Namdi be saving face. He be acting like an innocent person. He be thinking crazy. I just say it on the podcast.
No, I believe it's like what I think, like I said, her name is Ebony, that comes on Breakfast Club sometimes as you get in your masters, your degrees and all that. Make sure you get your MRS. Like, make sure that you are making yourself accessible and ready for a man, because I believe that sometimes you boss up so much. By the time you hit 40s, you done bought a house, got a thriving business. Now he got to live up to all these different standards. You don't really want to bring them in because you done worked your butt off for a woman to do that. That's something big. Yeah. Most time women were built for nurturing. And you went out and you was working the hours. You went through and got all the degrees and masters and the doctorates and all of that. And you're not just about to let any old Negro in here. You're gonna be looking at him with this long list that he cannot live up to. And that's why typically, unfortunately, once it gets to those 40s, it kind of goes, so it's like a slippery slope. They sometimes don't get picked up.
Yeah.
from there. So that's about it. Real quick, talk to them, babe. I need to turn on the fan real quick for you. Yes, I'm hot.
That's crazy.
Hold on one second.
How y'all doing? Look, I'm gonna tell y'all, like I tell y'all on my live, I want to know how y'all feeling tonight. Type of number 1 if you are doing great. Number 2 if you are doing okay. You want me to undo it, baby? So you don't have to. And then number 3 if y'all not doing so well. I want y'all to start knowing Namdi's mind, because I feel like my clips be going viral and I be getting beat up in the comments. I'm like, I can't wait for a reel of Namdi's to go viral so y'all can see this young man's mind. Here, have a seat. I'll do it, baby. I be wanting them to see you.
I'm a little too kind for that.
Kind?
Kind. Yeah, I'm too kind. I don't, I think too much while I'm talking.
You do.
So that's different. I feel a little bit better out there. I seen somebody who a mentor of mine, he was talking about that. He's like, so they just shoot off and they good. He said, I'm thinking while I'm talking, and her stuff is what goes viral and mine doesn't. And I was like, that's us, because I'm thinking like I don't want to necessarily offend anybody in a way. You know what I'm saying? So that's just me.
The gospel is offensive.
It is offensive, but I'm not saying a scripture. I'm just saying what I think sometimes. But don't get it wrong, it can be backed up by scripture. So you're right. Sure. You're right about that. All right, so let's see here. Let's see. My in-laws encouraged my marriage to my husband, and when we were 24, my mother-in-law quoted the scripture. Read it, baby. It's better to my in-laws encouraged my marriage to my husband, and when we were 24, my mother-in-law quoted the scripture, it's better to marry than to burn. Now,
see, that's a scripture that I don't know if I fully be agreeing with.
What you mean?
Because some people just be getting married for the fact that they horny, and like that's a problem.
That is a problem.
Like, no, you don't just hurry up and get married because I can't. Oh my God, I'm just so hot. Like, y'all be marrying any and everything. Like, nah, burn for a little bit and make a good decision.
Yeah, like you might
burn a little bit and then take your mind and use it and choose right. Because that was a lot of the old school sayings, and everybody's divorced.
Yeah, if Jesus had to suffer, we can too. In this
I mean, I know I can. It's the word, but like sometimes that burning be having y'all pick
just to do it and then look up and be mad,
and you be mad laying next to him like who the.
That's real. Hey, Chrisley, shout out to Chrisley. She has sponsored this live tonight, dropping a super chat of 25 in here. Listen, we thank you so much for blessing us with that there, man.
Thank you.
For real. Thank you. Let's see who else. Yep. Tanisha said, I agree. Let's see. Let's see here. Chrislyn said, love you guys. Hey, TK and Namdi, I have your t-shirt. Yes. Please let us know. Do you like it? I don't know which one you got, but let us know which one, how you like it, all of that. We'll love your feedback. You can even DM us that.
I need to get
so so we're about to go into our love lounge here in just a moment, man. Hey, listen, y'all want to be like good old Chrislyn here and bless us, go ahead, man. In any form of way, if this blessing your marriage, your singleness, or whatever, you watching this back on a replay, please feel free to do so. You got that ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so y'all, we're about to go into our love lounge section. This is where we answer y'all questions. It's about to get real, so hold on. Not the dance moves. What dance moves? Did I do some dance moves?
I think I might have been twerking.
Oh, what?
No, like in the couch, babe.
Oh, okay.
You can't see me.
You know what I'm saying?
Baby.
What's going on here?
Did you see my booty in the air?
No, man, no. What's wrong with that?
Baby.
Praise God. All right, we about to get into it, y'all. This next segment. Here we go. This is an Iwegbu production.
Period. Welcome to the Love Lounge. Here in the Love Lounge with the Iwegbus, we answer all of your dating, relationship, and marriage questions. And so for today, we have a really good one because I feel like so many women deal with it. And I think that I might have related with this just a little bit. We're going to talk about it.
Hold on. What? Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Can we talk about it?
Y'all pray.
I thought this was the realest.
While she reading, y'all pray.
I thought this was the realest and the rawest couple. Is that who we are?
Yeah, but then you say you want us to be discreet, like you know. What
okay,
I'm
so okay.
No, we the realest and rawest. It is what it is. Our calling is just different.
I wish we were called to discretion on levels
I
that we
wish
see,
was.
but we aren't, y'all.
We
That's
just-
something I'd be dealing with. I'm like, God, why you gonna call me to a private life of like being a gardener or something? You know,
somebody got to be real about the actual realities of marriage.
I
and
get
also
tired of telling on
dating.
myself. That's crazy. All right. It says, if you make, this is a woman, if you make all of the major decisions in the marriage, example, finding y'all home, managing the finances, finding your family vehicle, and your man is the breadwinner, so he brings in the money, is it wrong to feel like he isn't leading? Is it wrong to want to know if he can make things happen for you all too outside of going to work? Is it wrong for him to, yeah, okay. Or is that the role of a wife? The man brings the money and she makes it happen.
Wow.
So, this is such a deep question for me because I feel like so soon as I saw it, I was like, we got to talk about this ASAP, because I feel like so many women are dealing with passive husbands. Husbands that aren't showing up in the home, right? They literally are just going to work. They aren't leading in prayer, nothing. Like they're going to work and that's it. And I think that especially for like old school, like if you was brought up in church, that's what you saw. You saw the man go to work. Like I think it was Portia, somebody said this. They was like, we're not just gonna have praying grandmas, we're gonna have praying grandpas and praying daddies, and you know, like men showing up in so many different ways. And so I want to answer this in a way that I think is biblical, and then also in a way that might relieve you as well. So when I read the second part of this question, that's what really stuck with me. So like she's saying all of the roles that she's doing, and she's like, hey, my husband's just making money. But then she said, is the role of the wife to basically make it happen with what the man brings home? And it literally made me think of the word a nurturer. Like we literally take what you give us and we make that thing pop. For instance, children, right? You plant a seed and we bring you life. You bring home money and we make a home. You bring home, you know, the money, and we plan the celebrations and the Thanksgivings and we do all of these things. And it can be overwhelming if you feel like you are being weighed down with some of the things that you might not have to do. And so I wanted to encourage you, sis, because I feel like there was a time that we have experienced that where I was like, wait a minute, I'm doing too much. And the crazy thing is, I knew that nothing was wrong with it, but I needed to open up my mouth and ask for more, because I'm like, I'm starting to not like things that I actually do enjoy, like Thanksgivings and birthdays. Like I'm getting stressed out, but no, this is what I love. And then I had to look and be like, wait, what can I relieve? What do I not have to do? And so I want to encourage you, because I do think that a role of a wife is to make it happen. In a sense of like some areas you're just going to be better at, sis. Like, let me say this very clearly. If you are better at handling that money and your man, he kind of reckless and he don't know what to do. Might not pay the bills. He just might not pay attention. And that's your strength. That's your strength. And you cannot do anything about that. And I don't want you to grow frustrated because that's your strength. And society is telling you, oh, that's the man's role. Honey, you know how many women we know that handle the finances, and the men, they just make it. Like they make the money. But I think where women mess up is doing it all. So for instance, if you are doing the cars, if you're just a better decision maker in the finances, that doesn't mean that he just needs to be dumbfounded and ignorant. No, he needs to learn in it. Okay, but shoot, since I'm doing all this, hey honey, I'm gonna need you to make sure dinner. Okay, you got dinner? You got the kids? Can you clean the cars every other week? Can you what can you sit down with your man? And we did this thing in our counseling session. Where we wrote, there was a list of roles.
That was so good.
It was so good.
That was so good. Yeah.
It was our counseling session, girl. Let me tell you, I just knew up and down, back and forth, that I do more than Amdi. I mean, the way that I'm like, I just wonder how it feels to work and just be done. Like, what does that feel like? Because from the moment I wake up I'm hearing mama, I'm hearing babe, I'm hearing give me some, I'm hearing I want that, I want a cookie, I want a booty, I want it's like all day I'm like, wait. So I felt like I was doing so much more. And our counselor, our therapist gave us a list of duties, and it's so tedious. I wish we could give it to like everybody. Yeah. We might be able to Google it and find it, but it was just a list of duties. We're talking about everything from the grass being cut to light bills to, laundry to mopping the floors, every single thing. And I still ended up having more, but we were 2 or 3. We were really close in how many responsibilities we have. And so small things like Namdi, making sure the grass gets cut, cars and all of bills, certain things like when we travel. I was thinking about this story. Just so many different things that I started realizing, dang, my man does do a whole lot too. I think that it might help you, sis, to really sit down and maybe see the reality of your duties and his, like, what is he really doing? Now, if he sincerely, sis, if he is sincerely just going to work and he coming home and kicking off his shoes and chilling, then you need to have a conversation, prepare a little spreadsheet. Like, okay, if you're the more organized person, here are the duties and the responsibilities of our household. Okay, we have laundry. We have deep cleaning days on Mondays. We have deep cleaning days on Mondays. I'm like, babe, we got a big house now. I got to do the upstairs. You do the downstairs. You know what I'm saying? Carve a time out on Thursdays. Husband, I'm talking to you, lady, woman, wife, sister that asked this question. Thursdays, plan his schedule for him. Thursdays from 7 to 8, just 1 hour. I need you to help me vacuum the home. I need you to help me and let's have Bible study. And I need you to help me. So I don't think that there's nothing wrong with you having a gift of that. To answer your main question, is it bad to feel like is it wrong to feel like he isn't leading? I don't think that is wrong. What I do think is that possibly your ideal of what a leader of a husband looks like, it might not be being met by him. And that's not necessarily bad either. That just means we need to have some conversations to correct our perspective. Okay, so you're not the man that's good at money. Well, let me throw that away. I don't have that in you, right? Again, I'm not going to tell y'all what social media, well, go to the next. Well, girl, it's a man. No, okay, let me look at you for who you are. You're good at this, you're bad at that. I'm good at this and I'm good. You're probably good at the opposite things that he's not good at for a reason. Yeah. So there just might have to be some perspective shifts, but girl, have a conversation with him, lay out the spreadsheet of your duties and your responsibilities and affirm him to step into some roles that he needs to, which is, hey, can you lead us in prayer every Friday night before we go to bed? Hey, baby, can you just bring a scripture every 2 times a week? Make sure you're dating him and y'all are dating one another so that you can see him for who he is. But I don't think nothing is wrong with it. Yes, I think that the role of a wife is to make it happen, but I think the role of a husband is to make it happen too. It just looks different per couple. Like I hear wives that plan out all the traveling stuff. I'm like, girl, I have never booked a ticket in my life. Nope. I will be lost if I had to do a book a flight. Girl, I will be going to Russia and I'm supposed to go to Kansas City. I wouldn't know what to do. He's always done that, but most women do traveling stuff. They book the hotels. So just know you keep your eyes focused on what your marriage is and make it blossom by celebrating his strengths. And wherever he is weak, you're most likely strong. Girl, just fill in the gap.
Yeah, I think that was perfectly said. Definitely, because it's not a lot to add to that. I really wish for you that you had the sheet that we got that really showed.
I know who this is, so I'm gonna Google some stuff. And
see if we can find it.
I'm gonna see if I can find something for you, and I might send it to your DM.
Yeah, because that right there, just from testimonial, that right there was a game changer. I was sitting there like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because she thought she had me by a long shot.
Okay, but we're gonna keep it real though. The duties that I have is more frequent than yours. I'm so sorry, y'all. I gotta talk to my daughters. Brooklyn and Eva, go in your rooms.
This is live, y'all. Pillow Talking with the Iwegbus live. We're gonna discipline these kids on air. So, you feel me?
Yeah, the duties that I have are more frequent. So he does traveling plans, but we travel not that often. Or he has, so it still is more. But I think one thing that has always been dope about us is that we just continue to have so many conversations. We be checking in, y'all. Like we like, hey, I'm tired.
Yeah.
Here in this last, I was just thinking, it's literally today as you went to go get the salads. I'm like, dang, I haven't cooked in weeks. And that is so abnormal for me. I've been a stay-at-home mom forever.
Yeah.
So I'm not even used to just consistently, we're not eating out, but we go to Publix and get like little healthy stuff there. But that's the season we're in.
Yeah.
And you ain't been like, hey, where's my plate of food? Like we go with the flow, we go with the seasons.
Yeah, just understanding. I think that really understanding that, different roles, and you really don't know what it's like to be in that person's shoes, regardless. That may be your husband, but you don't know. Like it's some like the pressure that men have just from being did she say she's the breadwinner? Or did she say
I think he is? Oh, sorry.
I think he's the breadwinner, right?
Pretty sure.
If I'm not mistaken.
Go ahead.
But from doing that, being a provider could be so much. You just don't even understand. And so I think that's why doing your date nights and things of that sort, so you can slow down and just talk and connect with each other. And so you can know where you're at, because different seasons, you should have different expectations. Like right now, I know my wife is getting ready for an event. And so therefore she's tied up with it. And there's certain things that maybe she can't do as much. She's going to be occupied with this thing. Maybe he's working overtime at work. Maybe he's going through some things at work recently. It's just about that checking in and knowing where each other's at. So again, I'm going to say lower your expectation, but again, just it needs to change. Yeah, based off the season, and making sure you're doing those check-ins. Also, I love what you said, baby. And just to piggyback off of it, is making sure that you know what is his strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah.
The same for men, for women. I think that was really big for us in playing, and I believe it was one of our good friends who's really good at the human behavioral system. And they let us know, like, some stuff is not going to look like your ideal man leading in this. You may actually be the main person in that. And it may not look like what y'all think that the scripture's saying on that.
And can I say something to that?
Yeah, go ahead.
That can be so difficult for a woman to expect, because I believe since young girls, we were seeing, think about, I think it's Barbie and Ken. You think about like just these masculine knights that are just protecting, and she's just a little frail, like, oh, you're coming to say that. Like we grow up seeing this form of a relationship, and it's like, girl, you're not even her. And then you want this, so it's so many different roles when you think about it, like, no, I know what I'm doing. I don't necessarily need a man to help with this. Like, I think it can really mess with a woman's mind and just her ideal of what she wanted and what she's been trained to even want. Like, we've been trained to want a certain version of a man. And if the man does not exemplify that all the way, it's like, what do I got? What is this? And it's like, no, you have what you need. You have your strength. You have your better half. Like, so in so many different ways, like,
yeah, that's real right there.
So many different ways you are better.
And you're better. And I believe when you slow down, and something that married couples have to do, and just realize that you do have your better half, that this person's stronger in the area that you're weaker in. That's typically opposites attract. Like, in don't down them about some of their differences that may annoy you a little bit, but really just commend them for what it is that they're strong in. And sometimes it's some things like I've said this before, my wife is more of a visionary. Most men would be like, oh, you simp, he a beta male, ooh, whatever.
Yeah, because that's supposed to be a masculine.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a masculine trait. Like, I know, like, no, sometimes she can see it better than me. Sometimes I'll start overcommitting. I'll start getting into 20 different things. And I just have that tendency to do that. But thank God he gave me an opposite who'll be like, oh, no, okay,
we're not doing it.
I'll be, so how are you going to do this program, that program, serve on that team, then work here, then work at the other place too, then do. I literally, if I didn't have her, thank God for her, I would be doing a million different things.
Literally.
I will also probably be connected or still dealing with people that don't mean no good by me either.
Yeah.
And I didn't see. So it's really championing those different,
huh? They probably think I'm the bad guy.
Who cares? You know what I'm saying? Like,
because I'll be like, no, we're not doing that. We're not hanging out with them. Right. No.
I'm thankful for my, because I would have been overly people pleasing. And there's so many different things I could say for my, I'm just that type of guy. And I know it's hard for most men to really do that, but it's also hard for women, like you said, to see themselves and be like, dang, I'm really not that little princess that princess, that he came and swooped up. I really got some areas that I need to work on as well. So just know you're dealing with another sinner. Okay. Somebody else who's, in flesh as well. It's not going to be perfect, but yes, check in and give some grace in areas that need to be and really play as a cohesive team. Like we know, we in this game together. We have a specific goal.
Yep.
We're on the same page, and we know at some points we may play different roles. I may, and I'm okay with it, have to step back if I need be. And she goes up front on maybe a certain deal.
And well, it's not an if,
and vice versa too.
That's literally our life. Like I preach, I teach, I do so many different what people will call assertive roles, and Nnamdi effortlessly just slips into helping and assisting and nurturing and hey, I got this. He already know how I'm gonna behave before a show. He's already getting stuff together. Like you just effortlessly slip in those roles, and then vice versa. If you want some, I'm in these meetings. Hey, get those kids. I'm back into mommy role, and I think that's just something that goes along with time. But I wanted to leave you with this, sis. What you focus on will grow. So the more that you focus on his weaknesses, girl, you're going to look up and be like, yuck. Message. What did I marry and why? Like the more you focus on that. So what you want to do is focus on his strengths, pray for his weakness, and affirm the areas that you know he could grow in. There are some things that he's just not probably going to grow in. My husband not going to cook. That's just what it is. I heard my sister the other day said her man was making some ribs on the grill. I said, well, ain't that nice? Not my man. But guess what? He makes good money. So I can buy the ribs. I can get them made. But there are other areas that Nnamdi roles that he's stepping in that I affirmed and I pushed that. I'm like, no, that's not a weakness. That's an insecurity. That's not a weakness. You just unsure. That's not a weakness. You just haven't tapped into that. That's not a weakness. You just don't know yet. Like you just ain't seeing it yet. So affirm the areas that you know your man. Like affirm that, push that. Those weaknesses, pray, cover him. Those strengths, celebrate. And that's it.
I think that is big, man. So what do y'all think about that? Listen, we want to know from y'all in the comments below. This is an Iwegbu production.
Period.
All right, let's tap in on some of those comments.
I gotta take a quick break.
You gotta take a quick
Y'all
break.
already know every time.
All right, so while she is taking that quick break here, I'm gonna read some of y'all comments up here in the chat. The dance moves, y'all couple goals for me, man. Shout out Fatima. We do our best. We're not perfect, but we're trying. All right. So we try to help as much as we can. All right. Let's see. Because I will be blessed to be in that position. I don't know what you're saying there, Beauty Love, but I definitely. Let's see here. Great answers. Healthy. See, Josh said healthy, honest, respectful conversations are needed in marriage. Emphasis on respect. Listen. Women, don't y'all mouth, boy, y'all can make them a millionaire, or y'all could turn them into a little mouse. I don't know. I'm just trying to come up with a sticky phrase.
I knew you were.
Y'all can turn them into the president, or you can reduce them to a peasant.
Okay,
you feel me?
That's good.
Like that's one of my quotes, by the way. But for real, listen. Even for the last lady with her question, if you see something like, man, he's actually good in this. He just so daggone timid in this area. He actually could be great. He just he's so timid. That's where you come into play.
Period.
to speak that out of them, man. And I'm so grateful for her. She did that in so many areas. I'm so grateful for that. And then also with her, sometimes she not seeing herself the right way, and I'm like, you TK Lee, like, oh, this is dope. Your music is the best here. All that, like, be each other's biggest fan, straight up. So yes, emphasis on respectful. Women, be respectful. You respect that man. You bring out the clay plates or whatever, the real plates instead of the paper plates full. You say, nah, baby, you go eat off of this today. You gonna drink out of this today. Just stuff like that.
We ran into somebody that watches us. And remember at where was we at? We was at Nordstrom, and he was like, "Yeah, I told my wife, your wife don't feed you no paper plates." And she was like, "Well, who gonna wash these dishes?"
Hey, that's the part. She'll get on his real plate.
But it's so crazy because he washes them. I'm like, great. You want to get served like like a master, like Big Daddy. Okay, we're gonna wash those dishes.
Yes.
Just make sure you do that.
For real. So you both are giving great wisdom and nuggets. Hey.
Period. Praise God.
Thank you, Tanya. Doing our best, man. We want to bless you guys, definitely. So I said, this is so good, Lena. So both gave amazing advice. Love the questions and responses. Hey, I hope that blessed a married couple, because it was someone who had to talk with us, and it's been so many different people. I can't wait.
Y'all are not alone.
To y'all.
Yeah.
Ooh, we trying to bring this show up, because we got some people we want to bring on and introduce to y'all that has been blessings in our marriage.
Yes.
Really helped us along the way. They're not people with, probably only one of them got their own podcast, but they're not people who's on any platform, but man, behind the scenes, they're have an amazing marriage and they have such great wisdom, and we're working to get that and make that happen here very soon to start bringing some different things on. You about ready with it?
Yes, I just got it.
All right. We are about to get into this next one here.
Oh, so we're not doing AHA. We're doing another Love Lounge.
Yes, we're doing another Love Lounge. Why she's putting that up? If you like the shirt, Becoming, rdlove.shop. Man, you want to step out with a statement, all right? Don't want to just wear anything, man. Becoming. And if you see the words on here, man, you can go to rdlove.shop.
Becoming better, stronger, patient, joyful, humble, diligent, godly, powerful, successful, gentle, confident, kind, sincere.
Yes. So
becoming never mind. Go ahead.
What's it? rdlove.shop, man. We got so much great things over there. You ready?
I am.
All right, let's get it. We're gonna go into this next segment. This is an Iwegbu production.
Period. Welcome to another Love Lounge. That is with the Iwegbus. Nobody do it better, okay? We answer all of your dating, relationship, marriage questions here, and we had to do 2 tonight because I think that this was really good. Even though she started this question out with saying it's cliche, I think cliches are great answers or questions to answer because somebody has never heard this answer before. So we've actually talked about this subject tonight, but we wanted to run it back because I feel like I have a clearer answer this time. So the question is, hey sis, this may sound like a cliche question, LOL, but how do you know he or she is the one? And I thought that this was a great question because I feel like somebody put in my comments one day and was like, I love how real y'all story is because they said the Christian people be making them marriage, the dating to the marriage season, like, and then the clouds came down in the house, and then I had a dream, and then out of my belly I began. It's like, no, we didn't happen like that. We did not have that experience at all. We had our decision to get married. Now looking back, was so freaking logical. Yeah. It like, although we were pregnant, and I'm gonna talk a little bit about it. Although we were pregnant and we moved fast, still the decision of being together was a very well thought out, logical thing. It was not really like butterflies and oh my God, girl, I saw him and he saw me and I saw like this one girl that I know an influencer was talking about her story, and she said when her man walked in, she like physically saw the light beaming behind. I'm like, y'all really be lying? Because I'm like, I mean, maybe it's real, but
I might be real.
I don't know.
I feel like, I don't know if I'm gonna be that real.
What?
I don't know if I want to be that real.
Whisper.
About
Oh, go ahead.
No.
Go ahead.
So I will say this. That there was like times when I saw you and I was like, yeah, it's something different about her.
He was like, that's different.
Something different about her. And it was something special. I knew that. And so that's what I will say. I would say that and you could tell, and maybe it was me, but I feel like sometimes people stop.
Yes,
people
baby,
stop.
just go
We
ahead.
are live, y'all.
Go ahead.
Our kids is
Go ahead,
asking
baby.
us questions.
Go ahead. Quickly and quietly, no ice.
So yeah, I can't say that it was like it was a light behind you, but it was like, who is this? You know what I'm saying? Like, she's different. There's something different about her. When I spoke to you, it was just like, how are you this beautiful but so like real and down to earth? Because your look from most people in a small city, if she cold, if you a dime in small cities, oh, you almost like 100. like you big, right? Because it's rare pickings in a way.
Yeah.
So you could be like this inflated head, your ego could be so big, but you were so just real and raw. And so yeah, I was like, man, something's different about even when I was, before we was on the tip to where I was available, I was just like, she's cool. And I told one of my partners, like, hey, holler at her. She, she's an available chick. You should holler at her. So
Brooklyn want to be on camera so bad.
My daughter wants.
She wants to be a YouTuber. Go upstairs, baby. We love you.
Love you, baby.
Pretty little girl.
So beautiful.
You want to say hi to everybody?
You got to come in the middle.
Stand right here.
Yeah, that's
that's our oldest together.
Right.
That's Brooklyn, and that's Eva. Okay, thank y'all, ladies.
All right, bye.
That made their night. Literally,
it really did.
It made their night.
They be rehearsing.
Y'all say hi
stuff.
back to my kids, okay?
Yeah.
Say hi in the comments. I'm gonna tell y'all when they say hi. Okay,
right.
Go upstairs. And
Love
close the
y'all.
door. So I want to answer the question logically.
Go ahead.
So when I first met Nnamdi, I was in a situationship, and I really honestly did not pay him any mind. The only thing that I remember.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
The only thing I remember is seriously, I didn't.
Lies.
Baby.
Okay.
From the first time I met you.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just messing around.
I remembered. You want me to be? What you want me to say? I was lusting after him. All I could think about was him. Like, that's not the truth.
It's all good. Go ahead.
So when I saw him, he was on the worship team, and I was just like, oh, okay, that's dope to have. Like, I remember he had just like big shoulders and tight shirts and big boots, and he just worshiped really wild. And I was like, that's dope. A man is on fire for God. And I just kind of, went on about it. When we started dating, or no, we were friends. Yeah, when we became friends, what I immediately loved about Nnamdi was honesty and just his integrity. Like, just his aura felt safe. It felt like this wasn't it just felt safe. And I remember when your father asked me why, he was like, well, why? I can't even do them.
Why my son?
That's what he said.
And he just chilled like, yeah, so why my son?
Yeah, he said, why? And I said, to be honest, the first thing that fell out of my mouth, I said, I feel so safe with him. Like, I know my life is going to be straight. I know I'm going to be good with him. And the reason why I say that it's so logical is because there was just a few factors that I knew that I needed. And let me be honest with y'all. I was 21 when I met Nnamdi. I did not have no list. My man need to be. I was fresh in my rapping Christian hip hop. I just really wasn't thinking about a husband like that. But in the pit of me, from what I saw from my father, is what I wanted with my husband, which was a man that loved God, a man that was faithful to his wife and his family, somebody that worked and wasn't a bum, somebody that could, easily do that. So when I came into his life, I was just like, oh yeah, this is really a no-brainer. But it helped that we actually liked each other a lot. Sure. So we were friends and we were just kicking it. Like, we were really vibing, just talking. We both loved music. We would listen to music for hours, hours, just sitting in the car or sitting on the balcony. But I will say, I think the way that someone is the one is by your own personal convictions. And especially because I feel like maybe your late 20s or something like that, if you're a little bit older and you kind of know what you're trying to do in life and you know where you're trying to go, like having that little rough draft of a list of things that you know, at least the foundation. One thing I knew about me, I'm like, you ain't gotta the requirements that women have nowadays. I'm like, sis, you know, we tell y'all you can't build a man, but I'm like, sis, that if you just get the foundation of a good man, he can be built up into what you need him to be, and vice versa. You got a good foundation of a woman, and then whatever else we can shape and mold. And so to answer that question, I would say the way that I knew that Namdi was the one, I think it was by far the easiest thing that I can just fall out and say is character. I knew that with great character, anything was possible. And he sincerely loved the Lord, not just went to church because he was trying to get some girls or he just wanted to be there. Like, no, he really did love the Lord. And that reflect in, I mean, every single day up until now in our marriage, daily on his face, daily in his word, daily worshiping, daily talking to the Lord. So, but the question is, how do you know if someone is the one for you? I think that there will be a deep sense of safety. I think that you're going to feel safe. I think you're going to feel like I can have kids. We can do this. Like you'll feel that. And that's what I felt with him. Like, even though I necessarily didn't want a bunch of kids, I was like, we can easily have a bunch and I'm good. Our legacy is going to be good. This is a good man. And then he loved the Lord. So yeah.
I don't got a lot to add to that. I think that was, because it's for a lady, but just some of the ways that I knew that you were the one is you fit my non-negotiables. And if you are a prime time pillow talker, okay, we're big on the non-negotiables, writing out that list. And this is not a negotiable. This is not once I meet somebody and they got just the frame I like, but they don't got the character that I like, then I think I'm going to change them. No, you will not change that person. Okay, your non-negotiables. It could be some of the shallowest things, like you had to have the pretty toes and all that. You know what I'm saying? It could be some of that.
Non-negotiable.
That is non-negotiable for me. I promise you, you wouldn't have had them right. Then night, been gone.
I just think that's such a shallow non-negotiable.
I don't care. They told me that back then, man.
So,
one of my people, she's like, "Man, Namdi, you so shallow."
I think that is shallow. Because what if
telling me that?
Because you got to think about what shallow non-negotiables can do. Like it can be unrealistic too.
Some of it, but hey, listen. You can only shop at this store once you pick them. You know what I'm saying? Message. Can't go nowhere else. Better get what you like. You know what I'm saying? And so I had certain things that had to be done, but also not just from that, but also like you said, from a character standpoint. Look, one of the things that I knew about my wife is that she loved God more than she loved me. I knew that. I could see it. Like I was able to observe her, and that's why I think church is a great grounds to find someone. I feel for the ladies because they're, it's so many more of them, and it's like 10 women to one man.
It is,
but I think it's such a great grounds because before I even knew her in a romantic way, it was even looking at her like that. I was able to see like this girl really on her face. Like she really over there crying. Like she's really praising him for real. And I think that that's very attractive for someone to just, again, love God more. I knew that she would leave me if I didn't love Jesus. She wouldn't, if I start talking about any other religion or something, she'd be like, "Oh yeah, I'll holler at you." I knew that it was cemented that she was going to stay within the faith. And then also just watching from her family. You think also one of the things that I knew could be cultivated, it had to be cultivated a little bit more, but she really is strong in the area was self-awareness. That's really big. It's someone who knows I'm not perfect and I might not have did that the right way and I don't really know. And so they can be remorseful. So I remember that, one of our first times maybe having like a bad argument and she said some things she probably shouldn't have said and that really hit me bad. She came back and she apologized about it. And you don't understand. Like, I think Josh had just said in the chat a moment ago, like being respectful. It's so many women out there nowadays that got AKs in their mouth, pop, 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 and just be knocking the dudes down. And here's the thing. After you deflate that man and you mess him up, now you got to deal with him in that marriage. what you just talked him down to, now you've deflated his ego. You made him feel low. Now he's gonna have self-esteem issues. All this. Now you got to deal with that product of a man. So that's why I think it's so big. Every woman hear me now. Married, want to be married, please talk to him right. You're not gonna get it 100% right, but if you do get it wrong, because y'all will have that one argument. I've listened to people from Chip Ingram all the way up to Dr. Darius that they've all had one of those arguments, those bad ones, and they were able to recover from it. So I know that you're still going to have it regardless of what you do. But being that somebody's aware enough to say, you know what, I probably didn't say that right. Like I gave the truth without any grace, you know, or that came from something that I got from my mama and them, from my patterns as far as that goes. Integrity is big. Integrity, you know, is this woman or this man, are they integral? Like, have I watched them? Can I talk to people and they're not a liar? They haven't, you know, cheated on a bunch of people, or they're not doing just a bunch of little shiesty little things. Integrity is so big, because if that man don't got integrity, if that woman don't have integrity, and y'all relationship is built on integrity, you know, you have maybe he's a provider, but he messing up over at work. He keep losing jobs. It might be for a reason. Like, how long you been at your job?
2 months.
2 months. Why? What happened with the last one? You know what I'm saying? It's like,
you 42?
Right. It's like, what? Why you don't keep because in my heart, I'm really like an entrepreneur. Like, I just really, you know what I'm saying?
Nobody, you're unstable,
right, you're unstable
in all your ways.
Right. Like, before anybody get to talk of that entrepreneur talk, it's like, can you be stable at a job first?
Yeah. That's why I was saying, I think for a man and a woman, the things, it'll just look different. Like the traits that you're looking for in a woman is completely different for what you will want in a man, right? So like with a man, like he needs to be stable. He needs to be able to stick at something and go after something. And, you know, even though you say that your weakness is like vision and all of that stuff, you still had it though. Like there was still financial, there were still like financial things that you had in place. You might not have known what house you wanted. Okay, I got that. But as far as certain things that I think a man should just have, you have that. And then for a woman, like you said, respect. It's just so many different factors, but it is personalized. Yeah,
and maybe because you spoke a little bit more to the woman, I want to speak to the man on that. Like men, making sure, like I try to tell someone, if she got an AK mouth right now, you're not changing it overnight.
And it gets worse.
I've been in a relationship before.
She's gonna be more pissed off as you get married.
For sure.
If it's bad now, if her mouth is bad,
it could be.
Now,
no, don't get it wrong. With Jesus,
get worse.
Again, this all, don't get it wrong, the blood still works.
Yes.
The impossible can be done. But I don't want you to have to be having to pray for a miracle that just it's like, this is not their DNA. This is not who they are. You cannot shape shift a person. You know what I'm saying? You can't just shift them into who it is that you want them to be. So for men, that is a very big part. Also, men, body count. Do you care about it? Some men act like they don't. But now you mad at her because y'all ran into homeboy at the mall. It's like you could have got somebody with a low body count. Now you want to make her feel ashamed that she had all these numbers.
Did you care about numbers?
I sure did.
You did?
No, I cared about numbers. I cared about who, because we in a small city. Yeah. So I needed to know if I can deal with who, all this different stuff.
I'll never forget that day.
Yeah. I need to know. Some people now, y'all can make an agreement that doesn't matter to you. But men, listen, you know her count.
To most men.
Do her I call it a whole facts or something. Like you need to do a whole facts. Like holler at the bros. Hey, you know what you call it? Yeah, what you know about her, homie? You know what I'm saying? Like I want to know, because they have some information. They may know somebody who knows somebody who used to talk to her, and you may need to know that information. So many different things that can go. So many different nuances when it comes to who it is that facts. You. Yes, telling you.
How do you know? I'm making this a clip. How do you know that someone is the one? Check the whole facts.
For sure. I want to know. Let me run this report real quick. What's going on with you, bro?
Hey, man, did you run a report on me?
I think let me see.
You asked people about me?
They didn't. None of us really knew much about it.
Okay, she was giving mystery.
Nobody, like, we didn't know much about
Nobody knew.
Yeah. Nobody knew much about you. I think everybody's like, who is
First of all,
this?
because I was young and I actually only dated like 2 people seriously.
Yeah, I knew well, I knew enough through certain people who you had talked to before me.
No, you knew through me who I talked to.
No, I knew through, no, I
You
knew
did
who it
not
was.
know.
Yes, I
You
did.
did?
I remember that. Yeah, because I remember that just because I was cool. We were both cool with somebody who knew a lot of information and loved to give it.
Okay.
So let's just say that
Yeah.
he loved to give the information that we needed, and so I knew who to go to about who you around, who you be with, and so I knew a lot of different things about you.
No, you did not know.
Not a
there
lot,
was not a
but
lot to know.
I knew enough about who you dealt with.
Yeah,
enough of that when it came to it. So again, check those things out, man. I think that those could be some helpful ways. But again, write this out, man or woman. What is it? You're single, and you had a clean slate right now. You just got over that breakup. You had a clean slate. That last relationship was horrible. You had a clean slate. Don't go back. Okay? Don't go back. Move forward. Write down, okay, she was bad with her mouth. After that, when I was in a relationship with somebody who just chopped off at the mouth and would chop me down, I said, no more of that.
That's why they say dating is dating is data.
Data,
you can
data,
say it either
whatever.
way, yeah. Dating is data because if you don't screw them, like if you don't have sex, you can really leave gracefully. But when you date somebody, you're like, I didn't like the way that made me feel. I don't want to ever deal with that again. Put that on my non-negotiable list. I can't have no lazy man. Nope. Nope. I need an ambitious man. Like you can collect that data and add it to, just create the ideal man, woman that you want. And
not create, but find.
Yeah, fine. Yeah, not create.
Yeah, you could definitely do that. So write it out. Hey, what would y'all say? What would be the advice that you would give some of y'all that's married in here? I want y'all to let us know in the comments below. When did you know that person was the one?
Oh, wait, I want to say this before we leave.
Okay.
And I want to make it very clear. It might not be a super magical thing. That's where I wanted to end this. It might not be when he walked in the restaurant, you sensed in your spirit and God gave you a dream. Just because people are making it seem like when they found the one that it was like this super deep prophetic thing, that does not mean that is your story. And it's actually not most people's story. Most people date, they get to know each other, they meet the family, and they grow a sense of safety and love and like for this person. Marriage is way more logical than we actually tend to make it seem. So don't over spiritualize it. It's still spiritual, but don't over spiritualize what your experience could be with finding the one.
I was laughing because I'm thinking like somebody is waiting for the prophet to come and tell them like he's the
James.
one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like they just waiting on like
you
hear all these stories. Yeah, I heard prophetically. I heard God say like audibly.
I heard God.
Don't get it wrong.
Say,
listen,
Tekeishia.
I'm sorry I haven't went through an audible moment. Okay, I'm just saying. I've only heard, but man, I'm like, y'all heard his voice? Like, really?
Hey,
like, no, he's like, you heard
baby, prophets,
God?
Baby.
No. I've heard people say audible.
Funny.
No, I'm saying no. I think some prophets definitely got that. Like, some people got the gift of it, but when I hear it too much, I'm like, yeah, come on now. I don't know. I'm that guy who's still a little skeptical on some of those things.
God said he my husband.
Y'all pray for me.
Sis, he's married. God said, we gonna be married. Sis, he is married right now. That's not God. That is your desire.
Yeah.
It's your desire.
Yeah. Sometimes I'll be like, some people get a little too spooky and weird for me. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, hey, if y'all found the one, if you are married, if you are engaged right now,
how did you know?
Help her out in the comments below. This is an Iwegbu production.
Period.
I want to go into these comments here. We might, hey, forgive me, y'all. Y'all pray for me. I really listen. I am very skeptical of people who everything God said. Yeah. So then God said, I was thinking about baking me a pizza, and then I was like, Franchetta or DiGiorno, and then God said, get DiGiorno.
But okay,
then,
no,
like
I can't.
Every little pick and turn is like,
I can't. I gotta come up against that.
Go ahead,
because because we about to issue up on this.
Go ahead.
This is God can say a lot of things. He do talk. There have been times. Let me tell you how simple.
Pizza selection, though, your Taco Bell or McDonald's.
Let me tell you.
One he would say.
How about let me tell you? Let me tell you. 2 examples that I'm gonna give you. There have been times. Matter of fact, I did my first panel ever, and I bought this shirt. I had picked out my whole outfit, y'all, and it was eating. Okay, like it was so It was a bomb outfit, but the shoes were so uncomfortable, but they were so sexy. The whole outfit was so fire. I knew that God told me not to wear it. And I was like, this outfit is so bomb. I want to look good. It's my first panel. I get to this place, the shirt, I'm sweating through it. So I have big armpit sweat stains. My toes are like looking like hot dogs because the straps of the shoe is eating my shoes up. Ouch. And it's like, yeah, God told me not to wear that. I knew it in my spirit that I was not supposed to wear that. Then another example, I was at Marshall's and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just go home. I couldn't find whatever I was finding. And I heard God say, go to Ross. And I'm like, nothing's at Ross. And I ended up going to Ross. I ran into a woman that I ended up blessing, a homeless woman, gave her, remember I told you about I went to Panera and got her chili and all that stuff. So I do believe that God speaks in small ways like that.
He does.
There's been time. First of all, I ask God all the time, what do I need to wear to church? What do I need to wear to this interview? Tonight I was gonna wear a blue dress. Remember that blue dress? Yeah. And I was like, that's getting a little too seductive. I don't want to. I need the men to hear me and not see me. Yeah. So I do believe that God talks in small things. Don't eat that. He might say that, like, yo, you're gonna have bubble guts tonight, and you supposed to be, whatever.
Neither one of them. Okay. But here's what I'm saying to you, and I definitely agree there. In some people, I just think that. Some people,
maybe we should say the leading of the Holy Spirit and not God said don't wear that.
Like maybe that's what bothers you. Like it's very few things that I'm like, God really told me that. I'm like, I feel like God is saying, because it's my flesh. Holy Spirit is here with me, it's inside of me, but at the same time, my flesh is there too. So some of my trauma is mixed in there, all types of little things. My experiences are mixed in there, and so I just say that because some people be so big in these prophets and stuff, and it's like I would like you might want to check out their prophet accuracy. You know what I'm saying? Check out their prophet accurate. How accurate have they been? Has everybody that they say about to get a new car, a good amount of them, has at least 8 out of 10 gotten one?
How about this?
That's what I want to hear.
If a prophet is telling you a bunch of stuff and they don't got nothing and they broke, that says a lot too. Yeah, I've watched prophets be on like Facebook Live and be telling people all these things, and I know they don't got a house. I know they live with people. I know they don't have a car. Like, why are you still broke? And
I mean, you could be called a prophet, but maybe you can't make profit. Prophet don't make no profit. You feel what I'm saying?
Prophet don't make no profit.
Prophet can't make a profit. It is what it is, because that might just be your calling. You're supposed to live on people's couches, but you're supposed to speak into other people. That might be if that really is your gift to know. But I want to know what's the accuracy? Have you been like this dude been cheating on this girl forever? You know what I'm saying? And now you like, yeah, that's your husband. Whoa. God telling me that's your, whoa, man. It's just like, sometimes I just be like, man, I don't know. Again, y'all pray for me. I know it's gonna be some people that come after me.
Listen, Namdi is such a skeptic. When the Lord told me we were leaving our church, and I knew it was God, because I was immediately sad and I grieved. In that car, when I heard the Lord speak, I said, tell your son, because he's not gonna believe me when I say this.
Because I had just got through affirming you in your gift. It was like, because here's the thing though, babe, even though this is my wife and I saw this come up on like spiritual gift test that she has like a prophetic thing, and I've also heard people speak that over her in a way. I had to see enough accuracy.
That's true.
That finally said we were leaving. I remember because we were leaving ET Ford. ET comes here every week in Atlanta, and he does basically a sermon, and we were leaving there, and I said, God's really telling me like you like he's really showing me that's your gifting. And then you told me that right after that. I was like, no, that ain't really your gifting.
Look how God set you up.
I'm like, if we about to leave this church, no,
God set you up.
Not that, man. So yeah, again, check the accuracy. Have they been really accurate with the people that they talk to? Yeah, maybe they might be right. There may be somebody you need to listen to. Let's look at this comment. Oh, where we at? Are we at YouTube or where we? Oh, you got a scripture. Let's get it. Scripture is here. Let's go.
Oh wait, read a comment. Let me
read a comment. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go to a comment real quickly. Let's see. Okay, y'all. Wow. It was on this. All right. Okay, it's awesome. You both are both. Okay, gotta go. Basically, somebody said, Beauty Love said, basically, I would love to be in a position where I have a husband who works and I take care of the bills and buying things. I hear that. Shout
and
out
what
to
things?
and buying things where basically, yeah, he take care of stuff and she's, taking care of the bills and buying things. Be honest with you, Beauty Love, that's actually, if I wasn't mistaken, is a survey that was said that most women that are in the workforce rather be at home, be stay at homes, like 60% of them or so, rather be stay at homes and doing things like you. So, hey, listen, I don't know if you're married or not, but if you're not, hey, find that.
I'm about to read this.
Find it.
1 John 4:1 says, "Dear friends, do not believe every spirit." So I think that's so powerful because even I just called now to be a skeptic, but we're actually supposed to be.
Yeah.
We are supposed to be like, when somebody says God said in front of whatever they're about to say, we need to automatically be like, all right, let's test this. Let's sense this. It says, dear friends, do not believe every spirit, but test the spirits to see whether they are from God, because many false prophets have gone out into the world. This is how you can recognize the Spirit of God. Every spirit that acknowledges that Jesus Christ has come in flesh is from God, but every spirit that does not acknowledge him is a spirit of the Antichrist.
Yeah. Hey, man, listen. Shout out for the word. Like, for real.
It says we're supposed to test it.
Yeah,
so.
I gotta tell, man, I've just never been that type to just jump. I'm like, oh yeah, even I don't care who it is, straight up. So, all right. Shout out to Chrislyn. She got that Becoming shirt. The white one. Right here, man. Already love that shot. All right.
Okay, I'm sorry. I gotta read this. I'm sorry.
Another scripture.
I do have another scripture. So I'm looking at the Blue Letter Bible app, and the concordance, the interlinear definition of test to test the spirits, because I felt like people might not know what that means. Like, what does it mean?
Let's go deep.
What does it mean to test the spirit? And the definition is to examine, to scrutinize it, and to prove it, to whether a thing is genuine, and to recognize it is to prove it with the word. So I think this is so bomb because literally scrutinize. Hold on, because
I really need to so guess what, y'all? Walking by the word.
You really are. When you're saying
that's
this,
one thing about me. I might not can recite every single verse, but the ones I've read, I know how to live it.
It says to scrutinize is to examine or inspect closely and thoroughly. You're supposed to inspect it. So even when people prophesy over you, what you mean by that? When do you see that? Why did you say that? Like, literally having, I remember I was at the altar and this girl like basically cursed me and like said about, remember we was at the church that we used to go to, and that girl, she did not like me, and she was just like, she started saying crazy. I'm like, that's not
like, no, that's not a God.
And I'm like, I really wish I would have been like, oh, ma'am, that no.
I mean, we had some good prophecies spoken over us,
and we should have
still waiting on them.
It's
a couple of them. There's the same thing over and over again.
The same thing.
Like, hold on, man.
No, like 3 different prophecies.
Yeah.
But it's coming.
It's coming. It's coming.
So I think I just had to say that because I'm like, dang, you're actually right. You are supposed to, literally, the word says to be skeptical. Like, test that thing. Like, what are you talking about? And I think that is saying, like, it says that you will know by their fruits. So that's also a way to test something, like looking at their life, looking at, okay, if you a prophet, but you like in bondage and being gay and smoking, like your lifestyle is real reckless. And it's like, I can't trust that. Like, I can't trust the fruit of you. Like, the fruit is sour. It's going bad. So I think that's so good for because really I think a lot of people are we're in a prophetic season. Like, like for real, God is moving in his people and speaking through them. And whenever God moves, the enemy does the counterfeit version of it. So he's going to raise up prophets too. The enemy will raise up prophets as well. And so if you are seeking a word and you're just so hungry, baby, you'll start looking and listening to any and everything because you're like, I need to hear from God. No, get in the word to hear from God. You want to talk to God? Open up your Bible. And if someone does speak over you, examine.
And that's where that awareness comes into play.
It does.
Because I can know, like, man, I'm a little thirsty in this area. Let me run, like, me run this by God. Like, give me some confirmation.
You're gonna be married in 3 months, and it's like, God just told you, no, this is your season. That you need to first of all stop masturbating and watching porn. Let's get free of some bondage and some sin. If somebody tell you you're getting married tomorrow, and God told you, no, we need to work on some other stuff. You gotta lay down that desire, lay down that flesh.
Yep, real talk. All right, let's look at some of these comments. Let's see here. Comment t-shirt. I see my. All right, I am Natasha J. She said, when I see my husband, I said, who is this man staring at me? LOL, and walked away. Oh my, she walked away.
Okay, because we got the same story. Let me tell you. Hold on. I gotta tell him, babe.
Oh, y'all start praying. You know what this woman about to try to reveal about me.
I'm like,
I wasn't staring at you.
I'm like, why does he keep staring? I couldn't even worship because every time I will
it's not true. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you say it, then I'm gonna tell you why. Go ahead.
Every time I would walk into the church, I would just catch you staring. I'd be like, all right, how you doing?
So
turn away.
Couple things. Number one is before she got on the worship team or when she didn't sing, her and her family will be in a certain corner. And one of the things is that we were taught as worship leaders was to like look at the crowd. Because we sometimes would look,
so I was the crowd.
And so I would look all around. I could tell you was somebody over here who I definitely did not want. So people, and I would make eye contact with them all the time especially because they were energetic. This, you know what I'm saying?
You wasn't like, dang, she is fine.
I was like, she's a nice looking young lady. You know what I'm saying? She's nice looking. She's interested. She's not interested, but you were unique because you had a unique haircut. Y'all look up old TK Lee pictures, okay? And y'all was
I was a rock star.
Yeah, she had this haircut. It was like, dang, that's different.
Girls, go upstairs. Literally, the left side of my head was shaved, and I had all blonde hair on the right side.
Yeah, so that was a little bit different as well. So that might have been just threw me off because I'm like, dang, I've never.
It was like, my God, what a masterpiece.
And listen, I didn't say that until I was ready, till I was available.
When Namdi was available, we was on the praise team, and he was sitting on the front row, and it was worse. It was so. I remember because I just did my hair. I had just got this little cute dress, little blue dress with sandals. And I sat on the front row, and Namdi was like, oh my gosh, like your hair, everybody should do it like that. Your hair looks so good. Y'all, I had blonde hair down to my butt, and Namdi thought it was mine.
Yeah, listen.
He said, I did my hair so good.
To weave.
You said I did because you said you would usually see tracks and you would see the
you did yours.
You was like, I did my hair so good. He was like, everybody need to do their hair like that.
Yeah, it was really nice.
Well, talk to me, Daddy.
But also know that was in my spirit.
What's up?
I was very I guess complimentive.
You ain't talk to nobody like you talk to me.
Yeah, you're right, baby. You're right. don't do it. Come on, baby. No, so anyway.
First of all, you ain't never met nobody like me.
I definitely haven't.
Ever in your life.
Real talk.
Ever.
I ain't never.
Ain't nobody was this captivating.
Nobody.
This affirming. This sexy.
Nobody.
Talk to you like the king that you are.
Nobody.
Talk to you like the man of God that you are. Make you feel the way.
Nobody. I don't know
what song.
You.
What song is that?
I think it's Joe Levert.
I thought you were about to sing nobody who can.
Nah.
I'm like,
nah, you know what I'm saying? You gotta go a little bit 90s, Joe Levert.
Nobody is not 90s.
No, that is 90s as well. Yeah.
Who's sing that? Keith Sweat.
Yes, the greatest. That's my favorite. One of my favorites of all.
One of these days, we're gonna have you admit.
Admit to what?
Just how you felt about me. Because I realized very soon, I was like, oh my God. I got this man whipped. I got him.
You did. Yeah, you definitely did. I was gone. All right. Listen, I know. Hey, the reason why I talk about euphoric fog because I was gone in the euphoric fog. Okay.
Like, that boy said, "I'm a marrier."
Hey, I was gone in the euphoric fog. Y'all, I ain't gonna lie. See, I made the mistake, so not the mistake, but we did some. Unfortunately, we did some sin. and
we did some
sinning, and I was not clear, and I will never forget what a you know a leader, mentor looked at me and said, he's trying to talk to me about you, and he didn't necessarily approve, and he is like, you gone. He's like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to have so and so talk to you. Okay, he just looked at me. He's like, Namdi. Oh my. He looked at me. He's like, all right, yeah, I'm done. He said, so anyway, I learned later, like, hey, he was trying to look out for, you know, some of the good interests as far as things and just trying to keep me right. So now I try to keep others right and they don't listen to me either.
Yeah. But I also think that people think because of the way we turned out, they think their situation will
be different. They don't understand what we had to go through just to be right here.
Period.
It's about to be 8 years. They didn't get to see the inside.
In August, it'll be 9 together.
9 together. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, let me read some of these comments here. I'm sorry, y'all really getting to come into our front room. I think I just got a little too.
We cutting this
please.
out. We cutting all this
baby,
out.
What?
We're cutting it out.
All right, so let's see here.
Look, Matt, cut it out.
When I see him, when I see my husband, I see, okay, he walked away. Okay, kids always, they definitely need a snack all the time.
Who
man,
said?
Josh.
Gosh,
man.
Lee. I'm like, why do y'all eat all day?
A snack all the time. It said, and just is all this Thailand. Shout out to Thailand.
Period. In the building.
Christian hip hop artist in the building. She said, when God parades someone for you, they will likely be what you desire.
Amen.
All right?
Yes. I'm not seeing these comments.
You're not? Is
it far
YouTube,
up?
YouTube, it must be far up. Okay. Saying,
okay, I see.
Both should speak respectfully to each other. That's right. Amen. Right there.
Okay, both.
Both should speak respectfully. That's right.
Big energy on
my
that. My
sister is in the building.
Blood sister.
You know what I'm saying?
Period.
That's my blood sister right
Y'all
there.
see the two ends?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Nigga. I'm probably saying it wrong. I'm doing my
not your brother don't know how to say your name.
I do it, nigga. I don't call her by her. So in African heritage, you do not call your older brother or sister by their name. You call them brother or sister.
Yeah.
So I don't never call her by her actual name. I call her sister.
I was just on live and somebody was in Houston. I was like, dang, I'm ready to
or I can say sister naked. But go, I'm sorry, go ahead.
What you say?
You said you was just on live and somebody was in Houston?
Yeah, and I started thinking about, wanting to go back.
Love Houston. Shout out to H-Town. I love Houston. My dad is there. My sister is there.
Good food is there.
Great food. Man.
It's like going to a resort, going to your daddy's house.
Yeah, it really is.
Like, I'd be so happy. I'd be sitting there like, what's for breakfast?
Yeah, my daddy, he'll make an omelet. You want an omelet?
You want an omelet? What you need? I'll be smashing.
Hey, my daddy.
Every time I go to his house, I feel like I gain weight because I'm eating everything they
got.
Man, I'm eating everything.
Oh, for sure. They're going to feed you. You're going to
and be mad if you don't eat it all.
Yes, definitely.
Like, okay.
Some rice and stew. Yes. We want it all.
I'll be smashing.
All right,
I feel like closer I got to God, my man started to catch my eye more. I'm like, maybe he's fine. I'm cool.
Let me tell you.
Okay. And you
kind of said that. Well, you kind of said that about me because you said you didn't have your eye on me.
No, I don't think it's like a now he's fine type of thing. I think literally God be like preserving things for certain moments. Cause now I'm like, oh my goodness, like that's crazy that I, just the difference of where my mind was at then. And then when we started dating and then now, like, I think God just has certain things for certain seasons. Like, I'm so grateful that like, even more, I didn't even think we could get more attracted to each other. But as time goes on, it's like
even more.
My God, like it keeps growing. Like you don't even think you can get more turned on, but it keeps growing.
Yeah.
I think that's a gift from God.
No, I don't
think it's shade to be like, he's even more sexier to me now. I don't think that's shade. I think that's literally grace.
It's a gift and that's
I don't want it to end. Like I don't want to get to a place where I'm like, yep.
No.
There's my man.
No.
I want to look and be like, I've never noticed your back. Okay, back. I want to grow.
I notice things too. And I'm like, man, I think that's again fruits of really locking in with the Lord.
For sure.
Locking in with the Lord and not giving up on your marriage, man. Getting past some of those hard times, those hard conversations, all of that. I wish people will fight a little bit longer instead of giving
She
up
also
nowadays.
said he was the first man that took me to church, period.
Come on.
I know that's right. That's rare.
All right. What
Your
my sister talking about? Oh, we need to have sister. Oh, whoa. Y'all don't want to hear from sister. She's shoot it so straight. It's gonna be.
She said, I'm just gonna say that if there is a behavior you are not okay with while dating, please don't settle. That behavior is going to get worse. Run the other way. I agree.
It's my sister, y'all.
I agree.
Come on.
I agree.
More than likely. Now, don't get it wrong. His grace is sufficient. He can do the impossible.
God can, but you gotta do the work.
Yeah, but that person has to do the work.
That's what we've been talking about. It's like you got to partner with God.
Yeah.
God ain't just going to perform a miracle and your man don't go to church. He's not around kingdom men. He don't open his Bible. He don't pray. He don't. God is not just going to be like, and just make a new man. Like, that's not how this works. No, your man has to do the parts. And if he ain't, and you ain't never seen him do what you want him to do, sis, he probably ain't going to do it.
Probably ain't going to do it. That's wisdom right there.
That's wisdom.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
telling
wisdom.
You. Okay.
Tanya said, fix it up, bro. I don't know what I think you're talking about nice. Oh yeah. Langston said, nice looking young lady. Nah, he knew what he wanted.
Oh man, come on, don't put me out here, bro. Oh, come on.
Right, because we gonna keep it rated PG, but you know what you saw and you was like, that is good.
I thought it was good, but our situation. I thought it was good, but I was like, hey, I'm not somebody else, but hey, when some things change, hey.
Your sister said y'all are on one today, and we about to get off because the later it gets, the worse.
Because we gonna probably start slipping and saying some stuff.
That's why we get off of here. I'll be like, get me out of here. Yeah. Oh yes, banana bread.
Oh yes, banana bread.
He literally makes it every time we go.
Somebody said love.
No, he sends us home with banana bread.
Oh, for sure.
Your dad sends us home. Y'all, there is no greater father to send you home with some banana bread is crazy.
For sure. It's
I would be smashing it too.
As well. So
yeah, we gotta go out there for sure.
Straight up.
Oh, your sister said we compliment each other so well. Yes, thank you, girl.
Thank you, sister. Thank you so much. Listen,
that is the end of the show, y'all.
Listen, y'all.
Thank y'all for staying through our craziness.
We got a little loose. Maybe we can't do that now. It's live. It's posted.
We can definitely.
People gonna talk about this and whatever. Hey, one thing we learned is like one thing that this will have you do because viral reels and seeing that people are just crazy and they'll say whatever.
Yeah.
Is you start to grow a little bit thicker skin.
For sure. I don't be giving a darn.
I have a little bit more.
You're getting better.
And it don't matter because one thing I've learned is no matter how nice you are, how integral you are, as soon as you get bigger and bigger, they're gonna try to call you out for something. And I was just looking at one of my one of the guys that's like a mentor in the podcast game. He got called out for something. And it was just like the kindest person ever, and nobody will ever tell you that he's done anybody wrong in business. So it reminds me, I meant to say this earlier, so I'm glad you were talking about that.
This girl posted today, she said my biggest flex is not being afraid of looking stupid. And I was like, that's so bomb.
That's the problem.
That's why people don't do certain things. It's because they're like, dang, I don't know what I'm gonna say. I don't know how to do this. Like in the beginning, so I feel like so many people are in an era, and I don't want to get into it. I'm never mind. So anywho, don't be afraid. Go after the stuff because people gonna talk about you whether you don't do it or because people be like, dang, she was so gifted, and now that's all she do. People gonna talk about you either way, girl. Man of God, woman of God, go ahead and do it.
Go and do it, man. I see your message there, Josh. I will holler at you, man.
Okay, that's it. I got to do my hair, y'all.
Very enjoyable show.
Thank y'all.
Yeah, thank you so much, Tanya. All right, hold on. We gotta tell them we gone. So, hey, listen, if you have not yet liked this right now, you have not yet subscribed, do all of the things, man. But until next time, we will see y'all.
We love y'all.
Peace.
Bye.
This is an Iwegbu production.
Period.
Hey, thank you for making it to the end of this video. If you could do us a huge favor, please hit that like button and please subscribe.
Yes, and please do not forget to hit that notification bell. We need y'all to be locked in every single time we drop this fire content. Yes. Also, we need y'all to follow us on all social media platforms at the Iwegbus. And look, we will see y'all on the next video.